Alright, in this lesson we're going to talk about division with zeros. So our learning target is I can divide large numbers using basic division facts. So just those basic facts, those that go with those fact families for multiplication. So basic division facts can help solve division problems with zeros. So first I want to quickly go over some vocabulary for division. If I have this division problem, it's always our first number. We would call that the dividend. The second one is the divisor. This is the number we divide by. And the answer, which in this case would be 4, is called the quotient. So those are the math terms for all the parts of a division problem. So if we look at our first one, so we just talked about that one, 28 divided by 7 is 4. So now I'm going to do a bigger problem that has a 0 on the end and see how that works. So forget about this 0 for a second and just do 28 divided by 7. Well, we already said that 28 divided by 7 was 4. Now I just have to add this 0 back on. So my answer would be 40. So same thing here. I've got a couple extra zeros. Just looking at the front number there, 28 divided by 7 is 4. Add those zeros back on. It would be 400. So what multiplication facts does this make you think of? Well, you should think of, since division is the opposite of multiplication, you should think, well, 4 times 7 equals 28. So that would be the division fact, or 7 times 4 equals 28. Either of those. So this number times this number equals that 28. So 4 times 7 equals that 28. So here's another one here. 36 divided by 9. So in my head I'm thinking, what number times 9 equals 36? That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I know that 9 times 4 equals 36. So when I do a harder one here, I forget that 0, same thing. 36 divided by 9 is 4. Add that 0 back on. Then I'm going to cancel out both of these zeros. 36 divided by 9 is still 4, and I'm going to add both of those zeros back on. So what multiplication facts does this make me think of? Well, right up here I started it. That would be 9 times 4 equals 36. Or we could say 4 times 9 equals 36. Alright, let's look at another example here. 2,500 divided by 5. So cancel out those two zeros and I've got 25 divided by 5. So I'm thinking, what number times 5 equals 25? And that number here should be 5. Don't forget to add those two zeros back on. My answer would be 500. So look here, cancel out that 0. 42 divided by 6 equals. So again, I'm thinking, what number times 6 equals 42? And in this case, that would be 7. Don't forget to add that 0 back on, 70. Couple word problems here. Mrs. Alexander orders 240 folders and divides them equally. When you see something like this in a word problem, we know we're going to divide. If we're dividing something equally, and we're dividing it among 3 classes. How many folders does each class receive? So we're doing 240 divided by 3. So cancel out that 0, and we're talking 24 divided by 3. So in my head I'm thinking blank times 3 equals 24. Well, 8 times 3 equals 24, so don't forget to put that 0 on 80. So my answer would be 80 folders. And lastly, on Saturday, 350 people attended a play. The seating was arranged in 7 equal rows. So again, that word equal is playing an important part because division is dividing into equal groups. So this would definitely be division. How many people sat in each row? So 350 divided by 7 equals, forget that 0 for a second. So I'm thinking, what times 7 equals 35? Because I've got my 35 left here. And that number should be 5. 5 times 7 equals 35. And don't forget to add your 0 back on, 50. So the answer would be 50 people in each row.